Good afternoon, everybody. So in previous class, we discussed about various applications of computers. Application means what? In which are the fields we are going to use the computers. There are so many fields out there we are using the computers. And I already told you, each and every department today using the computers. There is no single department which is not using the computers. Means in every department we are using the computers. So in previous class discussed this one. So for example, schools and colleges, hospitals, then bankings, entertainment, news, or like that. So many I have explained. They are called the applications. Application means what? In their fields we are using the computers. So one more point in computer, that is the memory. Memory is the most important and essential component in our computer. In first class only, we are discussing, sorry, second class we discussed about input devices and output devices. Which are the input devices? For example, keyboard and mouse. Using the keyboard and mouse, we can give the instructions or data to the computer. Using the keyboard and mouse, we can give the data to the computer. What do you mean by data? Data means it is a raw material. It contains facts, figures and some statistics. We are going to provide it using our input devices. After processing it, it will show the result on output devices. Okay. So while processing, we have to store data in memory. After processing also, we have to store the data for permanent purpose. Means two times we are using the memory. One is for primary, second is the secondary. Primary is for temporary purposes. Primary is for temporary purposes, and second is for permanent purposes. Okay. So whenever you are going to supply data to the system, a system must hold that data. The system must store that data. It may be for temporary purposes or it may be for permanent purposes. So store the data, to hold the data, what we require? We require memory. To store the data or to hold the data, we require memory. So that is what memory you need in your computer system. So this point today I am going to discuss. So nowadays you all are using the mobile phones. So now you are watching videos on mobile only. So your mobile is having some configuration. In that configuration, almost you will tell like that, my mobile is having 4 GB RAM and 64 GB inbuilt memory. So what do you mean by that? 4 GB RAM and 64 GB inbuilt memory? What it uses? For what purpose they use mobile? RAM and inbuilt. You know only these two things. Okay. So you use the word GB. My mobile is having 2 GB RAM or 1 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM like that. And also use the word my mobile internal memory is 32 GB, 64 GB like that. So what do you mean by GB? How it will get calculated? So that I will explain here. Memory representation. What you can call as memory representation. So in memory calculation, how to calculate the memory? How to calculate the memory? So memory calculation, 8 bit is equals to 1 byte. 8 bit is equals to 1 byte. Now, what do you mean by 8 bit? What do you mean by bit? Bit. First you can learn this one. Bit. Bit means what? Binary digit. Bit means binary digit. It is called a bit. Bit means binary digit. Which are the binary digits? 0 and 1. Binary digits are 0s and 1s. See, one thing I want to tell you. Whatever you give the instructions or data to the computer, the computer system will be convert that data into binary numbers. because our computer system knows only binary number system. Our computer knows only binary number system. Okay, so binary means which are 0 and 1. These are two numbers, 0s and 1s. So whatever your data is there, that data is converted to ASCII codes. That is called as the ASCII codes. Okay, suppose you enter memory. So each character has its own ASCII number. Each character has its own ASCII number, and that ASCII numbers are represented in 0s and 1s because our computer system knows only binary number system. Keep in your mind, this is the most important thing. Our computer system knows only binary number system. So whatever the letter, we have to convert this one into binary number system. Which are binary? 0s and 1s. Okay. So what is the 8-bit? 8-bit means what? 8 binary digits is equivalent to 1. 8 bits is equivalent to 1 byte. 8 bits is equivalent to 1 byte. Okay. So like this. Bit means binary digit. Which are binary digits? 0 and 1. Binary means 2. Which are those? 0 and 1. So like this, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Like this. We will write like this. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. How many becomes? We can say 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this 8 is nothing but 1 byte. See, 8 bit. These are the bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This 8 bits, one group, it becomes 1 byte. So like 8 bit is equals to 1 byte. 8 bits is equals to 1 byte. Now, like that, 1024 byte. See, this is 1 byte. If we take more numbers again here, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 like that. So it is a second byte. This is first byte, this is the second byte. Likewise, it will get continuous. Likewise, it will get continuous. So, how much like this you can make 124 bytes, then it becomes 1 KB. It is called a kilobyte. That is called as a 1 KB is called as 1 kilobyte. 1024 bytes are equivalent to 1 kilobyte. Means this is one group. This is second group. Likewise, 1024 groups are equivalent to 1 kilobyte. Likewise, 1024 groups are equivalent to 1 kilobyte. Similarly, 1024, I will write a short KB, is equivalent to 1 megabyte. 1024 kilobytes is equivalent to 1 megabytes. Similarly, 1024, I will write in short MB, is equivalent to 1 gigabyte. That you can call as a GB. In short, 1 GB. 1 GB means how much? 1024 MB. Our have completed here. 1024 GB is equivalent to 1 terabyte. It is called as 1 TB. Okay. See, 8 bit is equivalent to 1 byte. 8 bit is equivalent to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equivalent to 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobyte, sorry, bytes equivalent to 1 kilobyte. 1024 KB is equivalent to 1 MB. Means 1 MB means how much KB? 1024 KB. 1 MB means 1024 KB. 1 GB means 1024 MB. 1 GB means 1024 MB. And 1 TB means how much? 1024 GB. 1 TB means 1024 GB. Likewise, the memory will get calculate it. You tell no, my mobile is having 2 GB RAM. 2 GB RAM is how much? 2048 MB. 2 GB means 2024 MB, like that. Got it? So nowadays, if you purchase a new computer, the computer comes with the 1 TB. So what do you mean by 1 TB? How much is 1 TB means? 1 TB means 1024 GB. 1 TB means 1024 GB. Got it? So this is the calculation. And one more thing, you can use called the 2 raised to 10. 2 raised to 10 means it becomes 1024 bytes. 2 raised to 10 means how much it becomes? 1024 bytes. Then second, 2 raised to 20 means 1024 KB means 1 megabyte equivalent. This is also equivalent. 2 raised to 30. 2 raised to 30 means 1024 MB. 1024 MB means how much? 1 GB, like that. And this one 2 raised to 40. 2 raised to 40 means 1024 GB. 1024 GB means 1 terabyte TB. Got it? So now see, if your mobile is having 1 GB internal memory, then also see, if your mobile is having 1 GB mobile, or if you are having the memory card, for example, take as a memory card, you will insert memory card in your mobile. What is its size? Suppose example 1 GB memory card. You are having that 1 GB memory card. Okay. So in 1 GB memory card, suppose if you click any one photo now, simple photo in your mobile, it becomes 2 to 3 MB. 2 to 3 MB. So it is having a 1024 MB. It is having 1024 MB. Okay. If its size is 2 MB per photo, then up to 500 photo you can save in 1 GB. Sorry, 1 GB. You can save up to 500 photos in 1 GB memory card. Got it? So like this is the memory calculation. After the PUC, if you go for any competitive examinations, in that competitive examinations, they ask questions like this. 1024 KB means how much MB? Or 1 GB means how much MB? Or 1 KB means how many bytes? Or 1 byte means how many bits? Likewise, they will ask the questions in competitive examinations. This is what memory representation. This is what memory representation. If you use the 8-bit in computer, it means that you use the 1 byte of memory in computer mobile. If you use 8-bit of information in your computer, it means that there is the 1 byte of information, 1 byte of memory space in your computer. Likewise, it will be utilized. Got it? So this is what memory representation. This is called as a memory representation. Understood? If you are in any problem in this, you may personally message me or call me. Okay. Then next thing in this, they are mainly using 2 types of memories. We are mainly using 2 types of memories. One is the primary memory. Second is the secondary memory. One is primary memory, second is the secondary memory. So what do you mean by primary memory and what do you mean by secondary memory? Primary memory means what? The memory is used for temporary purposes. Memory is used for temporary purposes. Whenever CPU needs a memory for temporary purposes, that is used by primary memory. In this, it contains 2 types. One is RAM and second is the ROM. You have to call it as a RAM, not RAM. RAM is in RAM and not here. You have to call it as a RAM, RAM, random access memory. ROM means read only memory. Again, RAM and ROM are having the some types. I'll explain it and I will start with the syllabus. This is for basic things, just you have to learn. So you call my mobile is having 2 GB RAM. This is primary memory of your mobile. That RAM is the primary memory of your mobile or computer. So this memory is used for the purpose of temporary purpose, holds your memory. To hold the temporary files, we are using the RAMs in your mobile or computer. See, if your RAM size is more, then your mobile performance is high. If your RAM size is lower, then your primary memory is lower, then your mobile performance is low. You know that if you are having 4 GB RAM in your mobile, then your mobile fast processing. It will process the very fast. If it is having the 1 GB RAM, it will process slow. So that depends upon your RAM. Got it? Then second is the secondary memory. In this we are using the HDD means hard disk drive and FD floppy disk drive. See, whenever you are going to type anything in your computer, while typing means you are providing the data to the computer. When you are going to provide data to the computer, that data should be held for temporary purposes. That data should be held for temporary purposes. And then in that time we are using the primary memory. In that time we are using the primary memory. And after completion of typing, you will save that file on your computer system. After typing it, you will save that file to the computer system. Saving means what? You are permanently adding that data to the computer. When that data is permanently added, that is stored in secondary memory. When data is permanently added, that is stored in secondary memory. Understood? So before saving it, the data will be stored in primary memory. After saving it, data is stored into the secondary memory. That is called permanent memory. That's why it is called the temporary memory, and secondary memory is called the permanent memory. This is temporary memory. This is a permanent memory. Okay. Recently, which are the data needed for processing that are stored in primary memory? Means frequently or recently, those who are necessary to run the systems, that file is stored in primary memory. And data is permanently stored in computer system, that is available in secondary memory. So in your mobile, you may call as internal memory. That internal memory is nothing but secondary memory in your computer system. In mobile, you can call it as an internal memory, but in computer system, it is called as a secondary memory. Secondary memory is a permanent memory. When permanently store data into that locations. Means in secondary memory locations, we can store the data permanently. Once you store data permanently in your computer system, that is available for long time. Until you will delete it, the data will be available in secondary memory. Until you delete the data, that all the data will be available in secondary memory, but primary not like that. It is a temporary memory. It should not hold data for future purposes. Okay. Once your power goes off, whatever contents are available in primary memory, that all will get lost. It is not available. But even though power lapses, the data available on secondary memory is safer. ठीक है नोड्री ಇದು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಕರೀತೇವೆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಆ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸೊ ಒನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಫೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಫೈಲ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ನೀವು ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅದು ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸೊ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಫೈಲ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಸೇವ್ ಆಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈಲ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಲೈಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಎನಿ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಇಟ್ ನೀವು ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋರಿಗೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ನಾವು ಟೈಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ನಾವು ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಲೈಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ನಾವು ಏನು ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಟೆಂಪರರಿ ಕೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಸೇವ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಹೋತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಡೇಟಾನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಬಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫೈಲ್ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಹೋದ್ರೂ ಆ ಡೇಟಾ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವೈಲೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡಿ, so this is about our memory representation. Understood? So this is, you can call it memory representation. So if you want any more about it, I will explain it. I think these are the basic things. 4 to 5 class we have discussed this much. So I want to plan for start your syllabus. So first I will, in one class I will discuss our first syllabus, and in one class I will discuss question patterns, theory as well as practical. So I will take 2 more classes, then after that we can start the syllabus. Okay, thank you.